Hey guys, what is the crack? How are we doing? Are you good? I'm good. As you know, my name is Sean. I'm going to do a little bit of a chatty video today where I'm not actually like responding to anything or like anyone in particular. As I said like a couple of videos before, I'm actually moving to New York in less than 3 weeks, but I don't think I've ever like addressed why I'm moving, so I thought in this video I'd just like explain my reasons for moving to New York City. So throw it way back to, oh my goodness, if I'm 23 now, throw it back to 5 years ago when I like went to New York first. And one of my primary reasons for wanting to move to New York is like I thoroughly fell in love with New York City the moment I got there. Like I remember getting to New York, and as I said in the past video, I was so like engrossed in like what was going on in the city, and like there's this constant buzz, and there was just this, I felt like I got this like another like sense of like energy and like a lease of life out of the city, and it was just really, it gave me something that I didn't particularly feel in other cities. Like I really enjoy London. I've gone to London several times, but it's not the same vibes I get. And then I've gone to, I've lived in Dublin the last couple of years in Ireland, and I like Dublin, but I don't particularly get like this buzz out of it. I find the people in New York are like super, and this some people might not agree with this, but like I find the people that I've met and encountered in New York thus far, like they've all been very interested in me and like my story. Like for example, I got this tattoo, so if you can see it. I got this tattoo in New York 2 years ago or so, and I remember when I got the tattoo, like all these people kept stopping, not all these people, but like a handful of people had literally stopped me in the street and they're like, oh my god, I love your tattoo, or I love the clothes you're wearing. Like I don't feel like I've ever had that in other places, so that's like one of the reasons why I feel like I prefer the people in New York. They're very similar minded to myself. I mean, I don't know if it's down to my personality and how I approach others, but I've particularly found like New Yorkers to be quite approachable, and I love it when like you've got like tourists that approach you and they walk up to you and they're generally like, how do I get from A to B, or which train goes uptown, which train goes downtown. And I love that. I love when people approach me and they ask for like tips and advice, and I'm like, yeah girl, I got you sorted. But I think it's like all of that just coming together between the city, the vibes, the things you can do there. I just immediately fell in love with New York City. Reason number 2 for me moving to New York is the opportunities. There's so many interesting and new people for me to meet there that I wouldn't interact with and meet with here where I'm currently living. One of my favorite things about New York is that people are constantly grinding and people are constantly doing things, and they want to go somewhere, and like for where I want my life to go and how I want to creatively challenge myself and like pursue new things. I know that, some people go to LA for that kind of thing, but I know I want to pursue that in New York, and it's not something I'd pursue in Ireland. Numero 3, that is right, isn't it? Reason 3, I was going to say option 3, reason 3. Reason 3, through and through theatre, Broadway. Like, I'm a huge theatre fan, as you can probably tell from like several past videos, and like theatre is my thing. But there's no denying that New York is the epitome, and it's the pivot, like it's the top of the food chain when it comes to theatre. The West End is fantastic in London, but everyone knows that, to make it big on Broadway, that's where you go. Like that's where you want to get in life. And there's so much theatre out there. I'm not just talking about, commercial Broadway theatre. I'm talking about off-Broadway theatre. I'm talking about off-Broadway theatre. I'm talking about regional. I'm talking about touring productions. Like there's so much theatre in and around this area that it's something that I want to keep seeing. I want to keep watching as much theatre as I can, where it's going to creatively inspire me, and it's going to make me think differently about things. Like I think in New York alone, oh my goodness, I've seen at least 50 shows. Like I don't mean 50 different shows, I mean like I've sat down in a Broadway theatre and watched 50 plus performances. It's at least 50 now that I think about it. It is 50, which is not great. The 4th reason is my age. I'm 23. I just graduated from college. I've done 1 year of working. I'm totally qualified in my field. I mean, I could totally progress and keep moving up in what I've graduated in, but with my age and because I'm not tied down or I'm not with anyone, it's the perfect opportunity for me to pursue new things and totally switch things up. This past year, while I was content, I was never particularly like really happy with where my life was. I don't think I was ever particularly happy with it because it's not what I want right yet. If that makes sense, it's not where I want to be right now. Possibly it's where I might want to be in 5 to 10 years time, but right now at this age where it's just me looking after myself, I have the opportunity and the chance to completely overhaul my life and start something new, which is why New York was the best option. Reason number 5, I kind of touched on this like in the last point I was making, but change. I don't want to get comfortable yet. I totally, and it's kind of actually kind of sums up everything together, I don't want to get comfortable yet. I want to totally creatively and artistically challenge myself, and I want to do something that makes me a bit uncomfortable. I find, and I know a lot of people agree with this, that the best things in life, the things that are the most rewarding, are the things that challenge you and make you feel comfortable and push you out of your comfort zone. Because if I'm constantly, you know, if I was to continue teaching right now, I don't think I would ever really come into school some days and be like, am I being challenged? I don't feel like I'm being challenged right now. I don't feel uncomfortable. Like I know this thing. I know what I'm doing from day-to-day basis. Like I feel like with where I want to go with YouTube and theatre review and all that kind of thing, it's something that will most definitely challenge me and test me. Does that make sense? Like I was saying, this year I never felt like I was thoroughly, totally happy. And I kind of realized maybe halfway through the year that I was like, I need to change things just to see the potential that I had in other fields. So I totally think it's the right time for me just to change things up. So they're like the reasons why I'm moving to New York. I know it's like, at times I get quite nervous and a little bit anxious thinking about what's going to happen next and what's around the corner, because unlike the last 5 years since being in college and graduating, I've known exactly what's around the corner. I've known what's coming next. I know what the next stage in my career is, or what I have to do to get to a certain point in my career. So now for the first time, I haven't a clue. I haven't a clue what's coming next, and it's really quite exciting. It's really quite exhilarating, and I really hope that it does work out for me. But I'm confident that I will apply what I need to apply to get what I want. Sometimes I think I don't make any sense when I talk, but I hope this makes sense to some people. Anyways guys, thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment and subscribe. Very soon I'll be having my content moving to New York, but it's just a couple of weeks away, so I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.